Sup fams, you are tuned in to the channel Eeps. I'm your host, EEPMON, episode 108. And today, I want to talk about why I kind of stopped playing video games, except for a couple of them. I just got off playing Brawl Stars, and I was very frustrated. I was really mad. Why? Because my team players, who are like complete randos online, suck so bad that I got so frustrated. I was like, what the F is wrong with these players? Like, either they're AFK. I don't think they're even AFK. They're like, just don't know how to play. Now, I was very frustrated, and I caught myself being very frustrated. I am still feeling the frustration. And it reminded me of why I kind of stopped playing video games in the first place, because I'm a very competitive person. I am very competitive. That's my personality. When it comes to any sort of thing, game, competition, which perhaps describes why I'm very meticulous in the type of work I do in my career. But anyway, I'll talk about that in a bit. But yeah, so I remember back in the day, I was playing Street Fighter, and the toxicity on these like online fighting games, or when you're playing the arcade, it wasn't a good feeling. Like, as much, like, honestly, as much as I think video games are fun, okay, they're video games, gaming, right? But I realized early on, especially during my college years, because I used to play a lot of first person shooter games. Unreal Tournament 2003, 2004. Quake 3, all that, right? Like, but every time or even RPG games, okay? Role playing games. So after I played, and I would spend hours and hours leveling up, level 99, maxed out the HP, MP, try to find all the hidden items in these games, or just playing Street Fighter, just like, and I love fighting games, and I used to be pretty good at it. But after I played those games, I felt kind of sick. I kind of felt gross. I kind of felt like, ugh, like I spent all this time being, you know, housed in this video game little universe, and I'm getting frustrated and mad at points in time because of something that happened in the game or something happened online. And that just wasn't healthy for me. I was like, I didn't it didn't feel good, and it wasn't constructive whatsoever. And I got more angrier, you know? Is it why is it a video game? Why are we playing these games? And as soon as I realized it, I started to pretty much cold turkey stop playing games altogether. And another reason why is because I was at a point in my time in my, during my early college years, my first and second year, that I'm like, okay, well, games are nice, but I need to really work on my real life game. I have to really level up in my real life. I can make, like, I still find it kind of strange that even today, like people are boasting that I am at like level blah blah blah, so amazing, and I'm like, you're stuck. Okay, we're already reality as it is, folks. We are living in a matrix. When you're playing video games, you're like in a matrix within a matrix within a matrix, right? We're throwing our energy, human energy, our capable energy, on such a little insignificant ecosystem that probably would not be of any real life value in your day-to-day activities, let alone a career. Now, if you want to venture into video game career or esports, all the power to you. For the rest of us, I like to think that we could be more constructive in how we spend our times. It's gotten so crazy now that I'm walking around downtown. I go to the mall to do my to get some groceries, or do some errands, and I see these kids sitting around the mall charging their phone. They're just literally plugging they're charging the phone in some random power supply because they can't get off it. They can't get off their phones. And what do I see them doing? They're playing games, or they're playing some sort of game, or they're like, they need to be on the phone talking to somebody. I don't know what it is. Uh but so yeah, it's just sort of like, I hate to say it, but I'm on the I'm over at the camp where video games is indeed an addiction. Take it from me. I used to play lots of games, okay? Like, I used to play lots of video games. People who know me that I was like a video game fanatic, okay? Um and okay, sure. It video games have informed and does inform uh my bring up and the things that I create today, my art, my influences. Sure, okay, 100%. But I do feel I know how to distinguish and draw a line between what is reality, what is here and now, what is present, versus something that's in a form of like pure entertainment, drawing the line between those two realities. Like, I can play these games, I can watch, I don't know, like anime, indulge a bit of some manga once in a while, manga, whatever you call it, manga. Um, but I draw the line when it comes to even going to Comic Con, right? I'd be part of the Comic Con, but like, I draw a line where there's a reality where I notice that if we are too entrenched in these ecosystems, then they got us. They got us. They got us by the, well, they got us. They got us cornered. You know what I'm saying? Who do I mean by who got us cornered? I'm talking about the capitalists, the companies that are there to spin a profit for our so-called entertainment. The entertainment industry is somewhat of a matrix as well. And now, I'm not saying that we should avoid all these things, but I think we should be, especially in this day and age. Like, I'm a digital artist, okay? I'm a generative artist, digital artist. I work in the digital age. I'm a digital content creator. But just because I am doesn't mean that I turn a blind eye on the underlying issues that plague and can cause misery to those who are not disciplined enough, being so-called empowered by the technological tools for society. One second, let me just drink my tea. This is tea, folks. So I draw a line. And again, back to the video game thing, like, I realized when I was in my first and second year college, I was like, what am I doing? Like, how am I leveling up in real life? Right? How am I leveling up my resume? How am I leveling up my practice as a digital creator? And I realized, well, if I'm going to play a game, I'm going to play the ultimate game There is. And what's that? It's our physical manifestation, our human being experiencing through this reality. This is this reality. This, if you want to call this the Matrix, I rather play in this Matrix than the Matrix within the Matrix within the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? Like I would rather level up my life. I don't got only one life. I don't have three lives. We all have one life. I rather level up this like physical being. And what does that entail? Well, yeah, like just like an RPG, I'm gonna, you travel the world, go on an adventure, meet new people, create new alliances, new partnerships, collaborations, create new inspiring works of art, learn a new skill. You know how to code. You learn how to use a new software tool to do something amazing. Oh, like wow, like dude, level up. Like put in the chime in the Dragon Quest level ups sound effect. like like that's how I really see um this world, and currently my life. Like my life should be the game, and not allowing another system to dictate how my emotions uh, and 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 my successes. I don't know if I made any sense what I just said, but I'm just saying that we need to be very more aware of what um, of how of where we are aligning ourselves towards, where how much energy and output are we putting into the system. The so and that's how I feel. I really think that it's we need to do our due diligence and be very cautious, because I just caught myself, I was playing this game, and I was just I was so angry. And now I'm laughing now, but I was just at the moment I was so emotionally like, oh my, I lost five games in a row. I was just so mad. I remember I used to play Uno, online Uno on Facebook. There's a Facebook game in-app game called Uno, and like the game is totally rigged, but like I lost so many times. I'm like, but it's just so strange, isn't it? So I always look at myself as a third person observing my emotions and my reactions, and it's quite something when one can get triggered by something so insignificant. Now you could say that I'm not mindful enough, I'm not disciplined enough. Oh, it's just a game. People will say it's just a game. What are you doing? Well, sure, I know that, but the reality is that okay, well, I really don't believe you think that way. I don't believe that I don't believe that you are perfect, that you are not moved emotionally by circumstances either. So don't be a hypocrite. So yeah, I really so I thought I'd make a little spiel about that. I think it's important. That's why I stopped really playing a lot of games. I've been only playing a little bit more just because my nephew plays it, and I only do it once in a while. But I'm so competitive. Once I get locked in, it reminds me, oh, this is the reason why I stopped doing that. That's the reason why. And I rather focus that time and energy into my real life, folks. I don't know about you, but are we all living in some fantastical world or fantasy world You know, we're being desensitized by all this content, these false realities, these romanticized realities that we forgot about, like ourselves, working on ourselves. I do feel that sometimes even social media is a bit of a game too, isn't it? That's definitely a matrix within the matrix. But I like to think that my content I put out there is very 100% authentic. I would never falsify anything. That's right. Which is probably why I wonder that I don't really have many of like as much followers as I would have would have liked, or uh, uh, those who I wonder if you know, yeah, the reason because is like I have nothing to hide. I'm as real as it gets, and people don't want to see it because you know not many people are able to express themselves in an authentic way. But that just goes to show us because I really noticed the signs, and I try to keep myself one step or a couple steps ahead or before or whatever, away from the source, the temptation of the source, whatever that may be. So I guess it goes to show, as the saying goes, is like be very observant. Um, all like also is probably goes with that saying, all talk and no action. And I'm more on the position of all action and less talking. So yeah. Anywho, I thought I'd talk about that because I was like, what am I going to talk about today? But I said, why? And then I talk about why am I so frustrated? Oh yeah, because I played that stupid game. Like but wait, maybe I should address that. Let's address that, and which I think I did. And I hope you enjoyed my little rant about that. Like and subscribe. Have a great evening. Have a great afternoon. Have a great morning wherever you are in the world. This is the channel Eves. I got to think of all the title about this. But anyway, have a great day and keep on leveling up in the RL. Bye.